The Man of Steel is primed to make his long-awaited return back to planet Earth. But will he be bringing a whole new set of problems with him? Well, let's hop into the pages of Action Comics number 1047 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join this newest Philip Kennedy Johnson arc, we actually check back on in with John Corbin, aka the supervillain turned reluctant Superman family ally Metallo. Admittedly though, poor John has seen better days. His robot body is quickly failing on him and it's gotten so bad he can't even speak anymore, instead being forced to use a speech app so he can communicate with his long-suffering sister who has come to visit him. Keep all that in mind because it will be important later. Elsewhere, we see the citizens of the world rejoice as Superman has finally returned to them following his long mission on Warworld. We see Clark stop a group of high-tech thieves who were making a daring daylight escape in some sort of tank. Stopping them is easy enough, saving a young family from getting crushed in all of the chaos. That proves to be a little bit more difficult. Superman being Superman also stops to give the children involved a very impassioned speech about seatbelt safety, something that you just know the real Clark probably cares about a whole lot. Yep, it's a classic, good old-fashioned Superman adventure to be sure. But here's the thing though, while Superman is indeed back on Earth and doing what he does best, he didn't come back alone. He actually brought Warworld with him, and the entire installation is now just kind of floating outside of Earth's orbit, which is making the UN really antsy. Which, I mean, hey, can you blame them? It's called Warworld, for crying out loud, home to the war zoons. Most people don't even want methadone clinics in their own backyard. Forget about what is essentially an actual Death Star hanging overhead. The entire Superman family has come together to support Clark in making his case to the delegates, and oh look, even Connor got invited for a change. Isn't that nice? This must be serious. As Superman explains, the people of Warworld have known nothing but lifetime upon lifetime of death, suffering, and tragedy. Clark liberated them, and because of that he feels a certain responsibility to try and return all the people who were essentially space human trafficked there back to their homes. And as far as the people who sadly no longer have homes or races to return to, he just wants to give them the same opportunity to make lives for themselves on Earth. After all, the people of Earth accepted Superman, and well, that turned out pretty well for them, right? And man, I gotta say, I just love it when Superman acts as the ultimate embodiment of the refugee. Someone just trying to live and love and seek that liberty that they're always talking about. To sweeten the deal even further, Superman is sure to say that the two Steels are also working on trying to adapt Warworld's advanced technology to better suit mankind. And you just know the second they said super advanced technology, Lex Luthor perked up his own ears and decided to fly on over to take a look at Warworld for himself. Well, okay, he didn't physically pop over because, as Lex Luthor puts it, ooh, this planet looks so poor, so instead he had a robot surrogate do it for him. Luthor, of course, also fills the role of the anti-immigration, anti-refugee guy by saying, oh, if Superman had his way, Earth would be looking like Warworld. And yes, while he slags Warworld out of one side of his mouth, out of the other, he also tries to steal as much of its amazing technology as he can. After all, this place is home to necrometals, Genesis energy, and orphan boxes. Imagine what an evil intellect like Luthor could do with such amazing technology under his own personal control. Now, for Superman, his big return to Earth means a lot more than just getting back to superhero business. It also means making time for his family, especially Lois, who missed him a whole lot while he was gone. The two really get to enjoy being intimate with each other yet again, but the story is also sure to remind us that Superman came back to Earth with two full Asian children who desperately needed homes. Lois is cool with the arrangement. In fact, she says that she genuinely likes having the two young children around, what with having her time as a mother with John stolen out from under them when John got aged up. And again, say what you want about that very controversial Bendis idea, I like Philip Kennedy Johnson actually makes it the backbone of his Kent family dynamic and how they're all just kind of living in the shadow of this crazy event. Now, as the comic comes to a close, we once again check on in with Metallo. Luthor comes to visit him and makes him an offer. If he'll help him keep all of these new aliens off Earth in return, Luthor will gift him some of that fancy living Warworld metal to finally return his body back to its original Metallo Prime. And it's on that note right there the comic comes to an end. And so that was Action Comics number 1047, everyone, and overall I thought it was a strong start for this brand new Philip Kennedy Johnson arc. I like that everything that happened in the Warworld saga is still having lasting events on what's going on in Superman's life currently. He liberated a whole planet, but now he has to decide what to do with it. We're also seeing Metallo maybe take a couple baby steps back into classic villainy, and you know what, honestly, I'm alright with it. They've given him a good reason to try and break bad again and maybe hate Superman. And if Johnson can work the same magic that he worked with Mongol on Metallo, I think we're in for a pretty solid storyline. The art is pretty damn great in this one too, and even the backup story focusing on Thoa Law, the Authority, and the rest of the assembled Superman family was really strong as well, just more proof that Action Comics is one of the best bangs for your comic buck that you can find on the shelf right now. Overall, I'd give this one a very positive 8.5 out of 10, and I'm interested to see where it goes from here.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.